let me just share my screen with you so that you will be able to see the status of the assignment over there. Can you see this over here? 95 out of 162 handed. Can you see this? So
Yes,
95
sir.
people, yeah, 95 people have given their assignments.
Yes, sir.
So let me just show you who has given, who has not. Okay. So this is the status in front of all of you. Okay. We will just sort it
Please
according.
mute everyone. So many disturbances are there. Please mute
Yeah,
everyone, sir.
hold on.
Sir, please mute other people.
I'm doing it. Doing it. Don't worry. Fine. Is it okay now? And please, others also, please take care of this, that do not create any disturbances while the class is going on, because you may be busy in your own works, calling someone or somebody is calling you. So this actually creates a lot of disturbance to others in the class itself. Don't do that. Whenever you are about to speak, just on your mind, on your mic, and then afterwards switch it off. Okay, so that will, I think, will be a better one. Okay, so let us just see the assignment part which we were looking for. Yeah, here it is. Can you say this? So those who have handed in, the names are over here. Okay, now those who are joining late, they will again tell me to open it and then show it to them. Okay, so they can see in the recording portion that. Okay, so these people have handed in. Handed in means they have submitted the assignment. Right? Now these are the people, those who have viewed but have not submitted the assignment yet. Okay. Yesterday the word file which I showed you, which I gave you, actually comprise of all these things only, that viewed, not handed. Now these are the great researchers who have not even thought of viewing it even. Handing is so far away. Okay, so these people have not even thought of, you know, Pooja Saika, I had a talk with her. She is stuck somewhere and she is doing something. That's why. Fine. Hope that is okay for everyone now. Have you seen your names?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these are
Yes,
the
sir.
people who have not even
Yes,
seen
sir.
the assignment even.
That is busy.
Now,
Yes,
one
sir.
more thing. If you see over here, I have only checked some of the assignments. Suppose, for example, Sakshi Sharma's assignments I have checked. So here is a comment for it. Okay, so the comment has been given to her. Gaurav Gangil also I have evaluated it. I think he has submitted it again. I don't know. So these are the things. Okay, so here also returned 7. So to whom I have returned, these are the people to whom I have already returned their assignment. And the marks are also awarded over here out of 1. Okay, you might have received this, those who have received. Fine, is that okay? Fine. So how
Sir.
many of you have received your assignments back? Yeah, yes.
Sir, Shairi here. I have received my assignment back.
Yeah, Shairi?
Sir, I got it back. Like after the evaluation, I got the checked assignment back.
You have got it. Fine, good. Yeah, Jaskaran, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. I'm not finding my name, sir. Sir, I've submitted the assignment on Friday itself.
I hope you have seen your name by the time I
Yes,
I
sir.
was
It
doing
was
it over
not
there.
there.
It was there?
No, no, it was not there.
It means you have not submitted it. You can contact me after the class.
So I have submitted the assignment on Friday, and yesterday evening I have submitted it again. I have turned in again, but my name is not there.
I will see to it. Don't worry. We'll see to it.
Okay.
Just you talk to me after.
Sir,
Ma'am, your name
Okay, sir.
was
Thank
in
you.
it.
Sir, Gitanjali,
It was
Okay,
raining
just
just.
yeah. Pooja Nelani also raised her hand. What is the problem? May I just know?
So yeah, I wanted to know one thing. Like right now, we're just submitting the names of the people we want to collaborate.
Pooja, without your video, I will not be able to
Yeah.
answer you anymore.
Yeah,
Anything.
sorry, sir, sorry. Yeah. So I was saying that with the
Sir,
right now we're just submit.
Gitanjali, sir, I couldn't find my name also in the list.
Yes, Pooja, you speak. You unmute yourself.
I was saying, sir, that we are just submitting the names right now and the project on which we want to work. So what will be the review which you are going to give us right now?
It's not only on the names and the actually you have collaborated with someone. There
Yeah.
was a format which I have provided. That was a minimum requirement I told you. Right now,
Yeah.
there's collaboration and what type of collaboration, how you are collaborating. People have done beautifully because those I have seen those things also which have come on my WhatsApp. They have done
Yeah.
it very good. So how they have done it? It's WhatsApp is in front of everyone. Okay, there are
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
messages on WhatsApp, and somebody has personally given me also on my own means personal message to on my WhatsApp itself. So it comprises of a lot of means very innovative ways have been adopted in order to write the assignment, and these are not only see the basic requirement was only just to give the name, but the evaluation will be on the basis of how you are collaborating, what you are doing, because this is the foundation. Now this particular foundation will help you out in achieving further things. Okay, means there will be, I have told you, there will be series of assignments going on. Okay, and on the basis of what you are doing now will only be the thing that how you will be proceeding further. Now, next assignment will be on your setting up of your objectives. Right now, setting up of objective itself needs a rigorous literature review. Okay, how you'll be able to do it. And now, if you have collaborated properly, your team will help you out in writing it up. Okay, but each and every separate individual person has to do it. Collaborators will only help them out. Okay, the what will happen? As many collaborators will be there means a person who has actually thought of collaborating means a lot of persons, right?
Yeah.
Suppose, for example, a person has collaborated with 5 people. So for sure, when he is collaborating, his second, third, or fourth name is sure in that paper which a person is writing. So here comes the research ethics also. To the extent it has been collaborated, you have to see, right? These all things, and then accordingly you have to write a research paper. The final outcome is a research paper. I have already mentioned you in the entire thing also, okay, that how it is to be done.
Okay.
Hope,
Okay.
and I
Thank you
have
so much,
explained
sir.
this Pooja before also. I don't know why you have
Yeah,
asked
sir.
me again.
No, actually, I wanted to know that what reviews right now you were giving. So I was confused that on the name of the collaboration, what were the reviews?
It's
That's
not
I
only
wanted
about
to
see.
know.
That's why you all guys are already masters and might be working for a long means a sufficient good number of years also. So now
Yeah.
what the thing is, I must not tell you that you should strictly follow this like KG prep students, not like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I have given you a format. Now you apply your mind that how you can just make it better for your own research. That's why I told you
Yeah.
that it's a flexible one. You can, and in future also you will get a format which should be rest of the thing you have to do yourself. Otherwise, what I will be doing if I will create one and will give it to you, I will be killing your creativity. And creativity is what is must for a research. I hope you understand that. Right, Pooja?
Sure.
Anything else,
Yeah,
Pooja?
yeah, sir. No, sir. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Thank you. Gitanjali ji, you want
Thank
to say something, ma'am? Gitanjali,
Yes,
madam?
sir.
Yeah, madam, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, my name was not there in the list, so I have submitted the assignment.
Where are you? I can't see you.
Sir, my camera is on.
Okay, anyways, you tell me. Yeah, now I can. Yeah.
Sir, my name is not there in the list, though I have submitted my assignments.
You also talk to me afterwards, as Jaskaran will be doing it. Okay, we will have a phone call and I will confirm that your assignment is there.
All right, sir.
Fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
that's why I
thank-
kept the dates today. Just after the class, I will review the assignments. Some of the assignments I will do now and some afterwards too. Right? But because this is for the first time, you are just adopting the process of submission of the assignment. Otherwise, I used to collect the assignment in the class itself in the form of a notebook. Right? That was the normal practice. But now we have to adopt this new normal. Okay.
Okay.
And this is again experimental type of thing which we are doing. This is again a research. We are also learning. We are also adding to our knowledge, isn't it? So this is
Yes,
something
sir.
in which you will also have fun, and also you will be adding it to your knowledge too. Okay. So
All right,
that's
sir.
what it is. Okay. Fine then. Thank you. Yeah. Anyone, anything else regarding the assignments? Any query? Anything? So I should satisfy you guys because it's a question of your evaluation also, and for sure it is something which is yeah. Smita, you want to say something? Yes, Smita. Okay. Yeah, Smita. Please on your audio and video. Yeah, audio is on, video is not on. Smita, I'm not able to hear you. I don't think anybody else will be able to. Smita, you are not audible. Yeah, Priya, you want to say something?
Sir, I've submitted my assignment, but my name is not there.
Okay, fine. You just talk to me afterwards. Don't worry. We'll help you out. Okay.
Yes.
Anyone, anything else? Okay. Fine then. Let us start today's work. So before we start for today's presentation, I would like to just revise what we have done in the last class. So any one of you last time, Rituji did it very well. So anyone of you, what I have done in the last, yeah, Priya Chaudhary, you want to say something more? Please put down your hand, otherwise it creates a confusion. Okay. Yeah. So yes, so who will be able to, you know, revise that what we have done in the previous class? Who will be able to tell it now? Come on.
So I want to do it.
Yes. Who will do it? Raise your hand. Last time, Ritu madam did it very beautifully. Yes, Himanshi, would you like to?
Yes, sir.
Yes, come on.
So we discussed about what do we mean by purpose of research. Plus, we had an in-depth discussion about differences between aims and objectives. I'll be precisely telling about it. There are a few points along which we created a line between aims and objectives. So what I understood in the class was aim is a larger term than objective and are long term. Objectives are pathway to achieve aims. First objective leads to second objective completion, and that way. We can say objective are milestones. Entire big target is divided into small parts, small objectives, I must say. All aims give general direction to individual or company, whereas objectives are specific goals. Aims are considered with purpose and objectives. Aims are not time bound and they are not measurable. Contradictory to objectives, these are measurable and are have a certain time period under which we have to complete it. Despite having so much differences, aims and objectives at any time of the research should not be contradictory to each other. Then we discussed about research aims. And lastly, we discussed about objective formulation.
The most important thing was Himanshi, the objective must be smart. What do you mean by smart objectives?
which is practical, I guess.
What is the full form of SMART? Everything is doing smart these days, and the smart process has already started. Yes,
Yes, that is
Ankita,
correct.
thank you. Yeah, Himanshi, thank you. Ankita would like to answer, I suppose. Yes, Ankita Prakash. Yes, Ankita, where are you? Yes, Amit ji, बताइए sir.
Sir, from the word smart, actually today whatever the in tech we are actually existing in present scenario that we are attempting the class through online. So actually we think of it that is also we are doing we are getting the information online, that is also in the smart way, we can say. Actually, because
No, what is the
whatever
full form of the smart for the objectives I told you that day? Objectives should be smart, right? So what do you mean by smart? What is smart?
Am I audible, sir? Am I audible?
Yeah, who is this?
Amit Sharma, sir.
Huh?
Sir, in smart, S stands for specific, M is for measurable, A is for achievable, R is for realistic, and T for time bound.
Excellent. So that what is, and objectives have to be smart. And one question was raised by our Manoj sir also, that sir, how I will be able to measure my objective? Manoj ji, are you there?
Yes, I am there,
Manoj,
sir.
sir?
Yes, I am there, sir.
Yeah, Manoj sir, I have answered you that day. So have you framed
Yeah.
some objectives in order to showcase over here that how the objectives can be measurable? Means some objectives that you, if you have done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you have a? Would you like to speak it up, or should I just make you a presenter?
I can speak, sir. That's better.
Fine, fine. Go ahead then.
So the first will be to first objective to get familiarized with blockchain technology in education.
Yes.
Next one, to create a framework for online education using the blockchain mechanisms. Third one, to create a complete ERP package for education system by finding the factors affecting the blockchain factors affecting the framework, then comparing the existing framework with and finding some mathematical proof for evaluating the work and proving that our system is more effective.
So how will you be, just take example of any one of the objective and tell us that how will you be able to measure it? How this SMART is applicable on any one of the objective which you can. For example, your factor objective, I think is a good
the
example.
Third objective, if you take like create a complete ERP package for education system, we
Yes.
can measure it using the issues like of the blockchain concepts like the scalability or security or some other parameters. Then you
So,
can compare with that and
how
find
it
out.
is to be done actually by the time when you will be coming up with, when you will be seeing the other objectives, because this will be too early, but still a very good attempt, Manoj ji. When you will be going with the literature review of good journals. Good journals means our university is having a subscription of IEEE. Also, we have subscription of the Science Direct to. Okay, and there are other many very good subscriptions in social science. We have this subscription of Taylor and Francis, right? Law also we have a good subscription, and in design also, and in architecture also similar subscription of good journals are there. So when you will be going with the good journals, there the you will be able to analyze this SMART with the objectives of the research paper. Right. So now what the thing is, when you are not able to assess any of the objectives on the basis of SMART, which we have studied on that day, it means there is something missing over there. Now, what is to be done is that in future, when we will be going with the with the process of the research further, I will ask you to evaluate your each and every objective on the basis of SMART. Right? This is something which I'm going to tell you to do in your future, or even if I do not tell you, you have to do it whenever you are just evaluating your, whenever you're writing this research paper, which you are doing in collaboration. So this SMART has to be associated with each and every objective with certain degrees. Sometimes measurable will be very, very high. Time bound will be low. Okay. Sometimes it will be, specification will be low, but now this specification and measurability are connected. So when more and more research objective is specific, it has a chance of having it measured in a better way. Okay, so when we are writing the objectives, there we have to understand that what is our specificity and what is the specific thing, how specific we are in writing our objectives. I told you about the inverted funnel approach on that day itself. So we start with the generalization and we reach to the specification. That what is the process of research, how we proceed further with it. So when you are going to write any objectives, just keep in mind certain language with the help of which you will be able to assess it on the basis of these parameters. Yeah, Himanshi, Saini, you want to say something? Himanshi, your hand is raised.
No, sir.
Yeah,
no,
so
sir.
please take care of your own hands, whether you are raising it, because had it been a virtual class and your hand is raised, then I would have, make you speak the things that, and it actually unnecessarily disturbs sometimes. Yes, Amit Kumar ji, आप कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं, sir?
Yes, sir. I want to ask one thing, that
Please.
From the word specific in objective, sir, that exactly that narrow the concept from the broader term, sir?
Sir, actually what happens, it is not only the specific which narrows. The process of research is like that we cannot address all the things at a time. We have to address certain important problems which we have identified, which are close to our heart, which are pinching us, that we would try to address while doing the research, right? So that particular, my specificity means that it should not be to just you can say clear off the generalizability of the research. No, not like that. But there are certain objectives which will you be able to address while doing your research. So you have to be specific that what actually you are going to do. Sometimes at the time of viva voce, entire PhD time has gone. At the time of viva voce itself, neither the guide nor the student is able to tell what actually they intended to do. And they end up applying a lot of multivariate techniques because it has become a fashion these days. So they end up just applying various multivariate techniques and the conclusion is nothing. So one should be very, very specific. These all techniques and tools comes afterwards. If you know what you are doing, that what is the specificity, and this is to be articulated in the form of a language in such a way that a layman must also be able to understand what actually you are going to do. So that is the specificity, or you can say that what is specific type of thing.
Okay. Thank
Hope
you,
it
sir.
is okay, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome. Anyone else? So should I proceed further with today's presentation? Because today we will be knowing about what are the various types of research which we are doing, right? So let me just take you to the presentation itself. Yeah, hope it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
At the end, so I will take you to the beginning from where I started. So these are the various types of researches which we will be studying, right? So this is session 6, and we will be discussing about various types of researches. So before we start various types of researches, just analyze this definition. Research comprises a creativity work undertaken on a systematic basis in order to increase the stock of knowledge, including knowledge of man, culture, and society, and use of this stock of knowledge to devise new applications. Okay, so please observe this definition given given for the research, and this has been adapted from OECD. Some tweaking I have done in this this definition, but I have adopted it from OECD 2015. Okay, the reference is given at the end. So can you please go through this definition and please tell me what can you see any type of researches in this? Any one of you? Any type of research if you can see over here, or you can tell me. Yes. Don't be afraid of the wrong answers. No problem. It's okay. We all are here to learn. Even sometimes I may be wrong. So we all, that's why on the very first day itself, I told that we all are at the same platform. It is just like that. I have been told to explain it over here. That's why I'm explaining it to you. I'm also learning a lot, right? So let us just discuss certain things. So can you see any, you can say any types of researches if you can see over here in this particular definition?
Systematic research?
Sir, I'm not
Please
able to
raise
see
your
the
hand.
screen.
What is? You have to raise your hands.
Research.
Sir,
Without raising your hand, it will, yeah, Bhavna Rathore.
Systematic research?
Okay, systematic, and is there anything, Bhavna ji, which is called unsystematic research?
No, sir.
No problem. It's okay. You have done an attempt. Fine. The research has to be systematic. Fine. That's great. Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah. Manish.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, descriptive research, sir.
Aha. But here, how can you be able to see the descriptive research over here? See, this is a critical thinking you must have. Otherwise, yeah. Apurva Agarwal. Apurva.
Sir, continuous research because it's adding to already a stock of knowledge.
Apurva, without your video, we will not be able to appreciate it.
Sir, I'm really not well, so I cannot. I'm sorry for this class, sir.
Okay, no problem. It's okay. Yeah, what you want to say, Apurva ji?
Sir, continuous research because it's adding to a pile of knowledge, to a already stock of knowledge.
Okay.
So the continuity in research.
So any research? No. See, I am not asking the features. I'm asking, can you see any type of research happening? If you are saying continuous, then I have to say that is there anything which is is there a research which is non-continuous in nature?
Sir, there must be a topic specific research, but when a research is when founding of earlier research is taken forward and then another results are taken out based on that, so it becomes a continuous research and it keeps on adding to the already stock of knowledge.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm right or not.
But we have to analyze it at what delta it has added to this existing stocks. There we have to appreciate, right? So
Right,
we have to stop and see at that time. And continuous research is always a continuing process itself. A research is not a research if it is not continuous in nature. Anyways, thank you, Apurva ji. Vandana Dubey.
Sir, qualitative research.
Can you see the qualitative research? How will you be able to see?
Depends on the quality of the research. For example, on the basis of knowledge, on the basis of culture and society, what we want to.
Okay, fine. Okay, so no, quantitative research is also there over here.
Sir, yes, sir. But according to this, these three sentences, this may be qualitative.
Okay, fine. Yeah, Charanjit Singh.
Hey, sir. Yeah, sir. So I'm just guessing, a wide guess, might be experimental research.
Charanjit, your video is not on.
My video is on, sir.
I can see. Yeah, Charanjit. Now I can see.
Yeah, sir.
Yes, please
What
tell.
about experimental research, sir? Will that fit?
Yes, of course. Yes, the last part is the experimental part itself when you are applying the application. Very good, Charanjit.
Thank you, sir.
Jayati Agnihotri.
Correlational research, like they're setting a relation between men, culture, society. We all are interrelated, something like that.
To an
Do it
extent, you can say. Yeah, good attempt, Jayati.
Thank you,
Amit
sir.
Kumar. Amit
Sir,
ji.
that may be, sir, conceptual research, sir, because there is written that devise new
Conceptual
applications.
research is called basic research, you can say.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is there. Yes, of course. Yeah, Amit Sharma ji. Yeah, thank you, Amit ji. Amit Sharma.
Thank you.
Amit Sharma ji.
Am I audible now, sir?
Yeah, Amit ji, please tell.
Sir, it might be scientific research.
Scientific research, yeah. Yeah, experimental research is a type of scientific
Both,
research itself.
both are same, yes, sir. Both are
Yes,
same, yeah.
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Vartika. Yes, Vartika. Yes, Vartika. Are you there, Vartika? Yeah, Kamna.
According to me, it may be applied research.
Applied research. Okay. So what do you mean by applied? Where is your you're not on with your video?
Sir, I'm already on my video. I think there is a network problem here, sir. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Kamna. Please tell. What do you mean by applied research?
Sir, when we are doing something practically or I don't know more. So sorry, but I think this is applied research.
But your guess is correct. Yeah, Ankita.
So associational research.
Associational research. I'm hearing it for the first time. You please clear my doubt about it.
Sir, actually,
I've heard about correlational, but associational research means when you are collaborating with someone. Associational research you are doing, right? Collaborating with others and making and associating with others. Is it so?
Yes, sir. Because we are talking about the knowledge of man, culture, and society. So these are like correlational. So we can call it as a associational research.
Great. You have given you have coined one new term today. Great. That can be. Yes, of course it can be. Seriously.
Yeah. Sir, actually, I have no idea, but I am just correlating with the terms which you have mentioned in this slide. Knowledge of man.
That is the reason why I have given you this task, and I'm taking the class time. Yeah, Maya Parik.
Sir, can it be an inductive research wherein we are trying to develop a new theory because the last few words talk of knowledge to devise a new applicants?
Yes, of course it is. Good, very good.
Thank
yes, Kanchan. Kanchan Durgakar.
Sir, can it be? Yes, sir. Can it be industrial research? So we can like collaborate and like commercialize the like our process or the product.
Yeah, that can be called as a associational research, a new term coined by Ankita. That can be done. Yeah. So okay. Fine. Let us proceed further with the further things over here. So if you see this particular, there are 3 types of activities given over here. What are these 3 types of activities? The 3 types of activities are, you can say, a basic, applied, and experimental activities are given. If you see this thing, a creative work undertaken on a systematic basis in order to increase the stock of knowledge, right? So this is something which you are doing a basic type of research or a pure research over here. Now, including a knowledge of man, culture, and society, and a use of stock of knowledge to devise applications. Now here the applied and experimental both will come together, right? Something which you have learned something which is pure, that can be, that can further be applied, or you can say a new theories can be developed by experimenting the certain things which are existing, you can say. Okay, so that's what it is. So and further, if we see, there are certain you can say features or the criteria or the core criteria for the research are there, right? So for the core criteria of research, if we see, there are it should be novel, or you can say it is aimed at the finding of new things, and then it has to be creative, right? So, and creative means it is based on a certain thing which is original, not the obvious and the concept or the hypothesis. Now, what happens normally when we are doing our research and we do not know about this thing, then the creativity goes off. We are actually redoing or reinventing the wheel. Most of the researches, particularly in social science, are done just for the sake of doing the research. PhDs are being done just the same for the sake of doing the PhD. So there is no creativity in it. There is no delta. Means delta is that portion of knowledge which you are contributing towards the already existing knowledge pool. So that creativity has to be. If it is creativity is not there, then I don't think there will be any research at all, because some things are which are much obvious. Now we are actually trying to find out a relationship between something which are obviously there. For example, if there will be increase in income, there will be increase in consumption. So this is obvious. There is unnecessary effort in order to just find out the relationship between these two, which is already existing. Why we are just doing it, I don't know. But still people do it. But that is what is not a research at all. Next is uncertainty. Means uncertainty must be there. When the things are creative, the things will be uncertain. Uncertain means that the results must be uncertain. If you already know the result of any research, then is there any use of doing it? So you must be uncertain about the final outcomes. There should be excitement. Arey, kya hoga? What will happen? Okay, so that type of thing has to be there, and further it should be systematic. Systematic is something which is a process. It is not a type of research, but it is a process which has to be there, because until and unless it is systematic, it cannot. It is until and unless it is planned or it is budgeted. It is until and unless you have a time frame to just do it. This is something which is not called a research at all. And the fifth point is it must be transferable, or it must be reproducible. The result should be possibly be reproduced, or you can say applicable to the society. You can, whatever a piece of work which has been done, it should be applicable towards the society. That what is the criteria. So these all 5 criteria, why I have revised it, because when we are doing the various types of research, so these all criteria will be helpful, will be applicable in those researches also, which we are going to discuss now and onwards. Okay, so let me just take you further. So the types of research, when we are talking of type of research, they are basically, there can be n number of researches which we have just now talked of. Okay, so on the basis of activity, on the basis of objective, and on the basis of information sought, the research can be classified. There is one more classification in which all of the rest I have put. I will discuss it at the end. That is others. Means there can be other type of researches also besides what we are doing. But one or the other way, those others are covered in one or the other manner in these 3 types of researches itself. So the first, on the basis of the activity, if we see, there is a pure research, applied research, and experimental research. We will be going in details of all this. We will just have a look of this chart first. Okay, and from the point of view of objective, there can be descriptive, because your objective may only be to describe or to explore. That is called exploratory. Correlational, just now told that just want to have a correlation between these two. Is there any existing correlation which has not yet been found of? So that can be established using the research. That is a correlational study. And the explanatory study, where we are trying to explain one variable is being explained with the help of other. So explanatory research will be there. Further, from the point of view of information sought, you can say there can be quantitative research and a qualitative researches are there, and one more type of research is there, which is called mixed method, which is a mix of qualitative and quantitative research. Okay, so these are the various types of researches which we will be studying. Whatsoever will be the type of the research, these 5 criteria must be fulfilled. So you have to apply these 5 criteria, which I have already told you, to the type of the research, to the type of the research or the classification of the research which you are doing. So these 5 things you have to keep in mind when you are writing any of the research proposal, that there has to be something which is new, there has to be something creative, right? It has to be time bound and it has to be systematic. So these all types of criteria should be there, and foremost important is the last one, which is the transferability. It should be replicable to the society. So on the basis of the activity, the pure research is there. The first most thing is the pure research. So it involves developing and testing of the theories and the hypotheses that are intellectually challenging to researcher, but may or may not have practical application at the present time or future. Sometimes what we are doing is, this is something what I call is actual research, right? There are some existing theories. If you are just testing the theories, it will not be that much rigorous as rigorous as this pure research will be. If you are trying to do something very, suppose for example, Newton's laws of you can say Newton laws which have been evolved. So Newton has, things were existing, but in the form of law he has tried and tested and presented in it to the world itself, right? So that is what is pure research, how it is applicable. Okay, so that comes in this category. So such work which often involves the testing of hypothesis, right, containing very abstract and specified concepts, right? So that type of research is a pure research. Pure research is also concerned with development, examination, verification, or refinement of the research method. Suppose, for example, there is some already existing research method is there. So you want to just improvise that by doing certain tweaking to it. That will also be a part of, because it will be tested in front of the entire world, and then only it will be adopted. So techniques and tools to form a body of research, etc. If you are developing some tools or some techniques which is contributing towards the body of the existing body of the research, then it will be called as a pure research. Next is the applied research. As I have already told you, it involves the research techniques, procedure, and method that form a body of research methodology which are applied to the collection of information about various aspects of situation, issue, or problem. Or you can say there are certain things which are, you can say, already existing. Now you are applying those things on various aspects. That's what is called applied research. For example, the application of electricity is being used in the entire world. So whatsoever has been made with the help of the application of the electricity itself is a outcome of the applied research. Whatsoever is existing, we are using it in order to in different ways, right? So that what is called applied research from the point of view of you can say science or engineering. So information gathered can be used for other things, such as for policy. Now this particular second point is from the point of view of social science, or you can say from point of view of management. So information which can be used for other things, such as for policy formulation, administration, enhancement of understanding the situation, etc. So when these things are done, then it will be called as a applied research from the point of view of social sciences, right? On the basis of experiment, you can say the experimental research study is a study that strictly adheres to the scientific research design. Now let me tell you, this is the most rigorous type of research. Now experimental research is sometimes pure research also. Okay, so there is something which is which best suits. So experimental research, actually it is suited for the explanatory research also, rather than descriptive or exploratory. We will be studying this descriptive and exploratory afterwards. So where the goal of the study is to design the cause and effect. Now when you are going with this cause and effect relationship, then we have to study this particular type of research, right? So the research design involves a manipulation of one. Now what we are doing, we are actually manipulation. Manipulation is not in the strict sense of manipulation, is the changes. When you are changing one variable and you are seeing the effect of such change of such variable on other, then it is called a manipulation, right? So a research design which actually involves a manipulation of one or more independent variables by the researcher, which is called treatment. Now, when you are treating something, or when you are giving a treatment to something, even doctors give a treatment to the object, which are called patients, and the results of the treatment on the outcome, that is a dependent variables, are observed, right? So when these type of treatment are done, then only and the outcomes are to be observed, then this type of research is called means you are actually treating something in order to study the outcome. So the unique strength of the experimental design is the internal validity, because here we are stating a cause and effect relationship, which is not easy to determine. So due to the ability to link the cause and effect relationship and to treatment or manipulation while controlling the spurious effect of the extraneous variable, so you have to just set up a lot for particularly for doing this. So this includes hypothesis, a variable that can be manipulated by researcher, variable that can be measured, calculated, compared. So these type of things are there. So it also well works for the research that involves a relatively limited and well-defined set of independent variables that can be manipulated or controlled. So you have to have some set of variables which you can control, and the effect of which is to be seen on others. Means you one or the other way you are doing some experimental. So it can be conducted. Now what can be how it can be conducted? Now there are two types of things. Now here it can be conducted either in the laboratory, because you are doing something, you are mixing and matching something, you are actually tweaking some of the variables with the outcome of which is to be studied. So it needs a proper environment. So such environment can be provided in the laboratories itself. So laboratory experimental research. So it is also because we are doing some experiment and it needs a artificial setting, which should be of high validity. Right, but at the same time, when we are doing it in the laboratory, because such type of setting which we are doing, that we may not find it environmentally there, right? Means it is having some low external validities. It may sometimes not be generalizable also because of the artificial setup. So very means keenly, very you can say carefully, this research has to be done. Right, now another important thing regarding this can be the field experiments, which are done in the open field, and we have to wait for the environment to be like that, but we are conducting it in the real world, or it can be conducted for some real organization. If experimental study from the point of view of social sciences to be taken, then you have to treat the subject, you have to give treatment to the subjects, and then afterwards post and pre effects can be measured. For example, some people can be exposed to certain specific type of training, okay, and some people are not exposed to such specific type of training. So what will be the impact of training on the objects? This can be done with the experimental research design. Okay, so and this will be a real experiment which will be called as you can say the real experiment, means for particularly for the organization or for the system in which you are doing. So, and even this experimental research design can also be of for two categories. Sometimes it is a true experimental research design, and sometimes it is a quasi experimental research design. So, but both the research design actually required. So most important thing in the research experimental research design is the manipulation of or the treatment of the variable has to be there. So besides this, this you can say true experimental research design and a quasi experimental research design, where we are not able to change all the variables, because there are certain restrictions that some variables cannot be changed. So in that case, that experiment will be called a quasi-experimental. There are other types of experimental researches also, like pre-experimental research, factorial. Factorial experimental research is one research where tweaking can be done in more than one independent variables. Means you can manipulate more than one independent variables, and you have to analyze it from the point of view of multivariate study. So there it will be called as a factorial research design also. Okay, and sometimes we also refer the non-experimental research. So it can also be seen from this point of view that in the world there are two types of researches. One is experimental research and rest everything is a non-experimental research. So that can also be one of the way of doing it. But most important thing, another which actually distinguishes between experimental research and non-experimental research is, in experimental research, you have to go for a random assignment. And survey research is one of the example of it, but there has to be a random assignment, or you can say the experimental research has to be done in a way, in a certain environment, maybe a field environment, or you can say it can be a laboratory created environment, but the outcome has to be generalizable. That is one of the very important thing which experimental research design should have. Okay, next is your descriptive research on the basis of the objective. You can say the first most is the descriptive research itself. So it attempts to describe systematically a situation, a problem, or a program which provides the information. For example, information about the living conditions of a community is to be examined. So what are the things? Suppose, for example, we want to analyze that what are the living conditions of the human beings over here, and then again it can be related to the living conditions at Mars or at the moon itself. Okay, so that particular thing is called a, you can say, descriptive. So it actually describes. So, and further you can say it is a ex post facto type of thing also. It is used as a descriptive design, particularly in social or the business, means the things which have already happened. Now the things which have already happened, now we are trying to analyze it. In experimental research design, we do the experiment and collect the data. Here the things have already being done, and then we are collecting the data out of it, and we are trying to just see that what is the effect of a particular thing in that particular context for the same. For example, we conduct feedback from students. Recently, the feedback of students in our Manipal University, Jaipur is also going on, that whatever has been taught in the entire semester, students are about to give the feedback, and then afterwards we will analyze that what wrong we have done and what good we have done, and then accordingly we improve ourselves for the teaching in future too. So that particular is a example of ex post facto research. Okay, because the things have already happened. Now we are analyzing it. Sometimes people just in a lighter mode they say that सांप तो निकल गया, अब लकीर पीटने से क्या फायदा? तो सांप की लकीरों से ये पता चल जाएगा कि इस तरह का सांप आगे ना आ जाए कहीं. So that is also one of the, you can say, the purpose of doing this. So researchers have no control here because the things have already been done. We do not have any control over the variables. What we can do is only report of what has actually happened, that what is called descriptive. Now it is also different from exploratory in the way that sometimes we are able to describe the variables. So when we are describing the variables using the statistical techniques, again it is a descriptive research. But the basic thing which in the descriptive research is that the things have already happened. Now we are analyzing it. May it be qualitative, may it be quantitative in both the ways. Next is your exploratory research design, you can say. So it is carried out to investigate. Yeah, you have some question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just a moment. Yeah, who is there with the question? Yeah.
Sir, it's me, Maya.
Yeah, Maya, you please tell.
Sir, actually, in the previous research type which you explained, explanatory research, I read it somewhere, extraneous variable. What is that?
Extraneous variables are certain variables. Suppose, for example, we are doing an experiment. Okay, Maya.
Yeah.
Now, in that experiment, there will be certain variables which may affect the outcome or the results, and that is not in your control. So these are called extraneous variables. Don't worry, these all variables, there is a separate topic. I will be taking it in context of the researches which we are doing. Okay.
Okay. And yes,
so
and one more question,
you
sir.
can wait till then.
Yeah, sir, I will wait.
It will happen in the next week itself. I have planned sharing with you my research, my this teaching plan also, so that you can know when what topic will be taught when, and accordingly you can come prepared also. So Maya, very good question. Yeah, Apurva Agarwal.
Yes, sir.
Any question from your side?
Yes, sir. My question is that is community-based participatory researches are a part of post-facto researches
Yeah, it
because
is an ex post facto itself.
yes,
Now what
ex
happens?
post.
You are talking about community-based?
Yes, sir. Researches.
Yeah, community-based researches are mostly
Community-based participatory researches. Community-based.
participative researches are sometimes experimental also, because you are actually involving the subjects in the experiment itself, or sometimes
Yes.
you are doing experience. I have just given you one example of training. For example, I want to give training to this community regarding the financial literacy. People are not financially literate. Okay, so that particular impact of the training, if I am going to do, that can be one of the experimental research. But in social science, this experimental research have to be done very, very carefully. So that is one which is normally we do not call it as an experimental. That's why mostly in social sciences we call it as an ex post facto itself sometimes. Okay, because because here what happens, the subjects are human beings themselves. Okay, and
Yes,
it is
sir.
very, very difficult for you to hold on such people for certain period of time. Now, in case of engineering and science, what happens? They do research on certain things which are non-living.
Right.
Okay. And to some extent, biology people do it on living. They call plant as a non-living, but the control of the plant is in their hand.
Right, sir.
But you cannot control mind of the people. That's why I say, it's not just because I'm from the social science. I say it that nobody in this world is as complicated as a human being is.
True, sir.
You do not know when it changes. And the researches, I'm not saying, researchers tell that the most complicated thing in the world is ladies.
Right. I totally agreed.
You will not be able to understand. And जब भगवान ही नहीं समझ सके तो why should one should put an attempt? मैं नहीं कह रहा हूँ. This is something research is saying. So
Right.
I have to just put a caveat over here. Yes, sir. Kanchan, you want to contribute or you want to say something?
No, sir, I raised hand way back only. That's showing right now also.
Kanchan, please, there is one more option of putting the hand down.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Please apply that also after you have raised it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smita? Apurva, I think your things are, yeah, thank you. Yeah, Smita, anything you want to say? Maya, your hand is still raised.
Sir, I still have few doubts.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, you just explained about descriptive research, which said ex post facto research, yeah? And does that mean that historical research is a kind of descriptive research or both are same?
Yeah, historical research is something when you are studying, when you are doing something, for example, maybe that certain wars in the history might have happened. Why? What were the reason of those? Because today also and at that time also, nobody wanted war to happen. So what were the reasons at that time? Now what has happened? It is ex post facto. Why? Because something has already happened. Okay, as something has already happened, now you are analyzing it, why it has happened. So it will be a part of descriptive research itself. Historical. That's why I told you one or the other way, these things come in one or the other category. Yes, one more thing, which is one of the assignment which I'm going to give you, that you have to, whatever research you are doing, it will be also of different types. Suppose you will be doing a quantitative research, particularly which is explanatory in nature, but and also is descriptive. Okay, and it is something which is applied research. So there will be a cross section type of thing which is going to happen. So that we have to prepare for. And then only we'll be able to understand the meaning of the 2 days class. The objective is just in order to make you understand what actually types of research is. So one research is not one research itself. Okay. Ankita has just coined one term. So where it will land up. Okay. So that is something which has to be there. Right, Maya?
Yeah, thank
Should I proceed? Yeah, you can just, because when I'm presenting, then I'm not able to see you guys sometimes. So you can, if you have some question, you can please unmute yourself and raise your query, right?
Okay, thank
Fine.
you, sir.
Okay. So let us proceed further now. Yeah. So.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Anything else?
I have a question. Yes, sir, I have a question. The astronomy is in which part of research? Astronomy.
Anu Prakash, you have to raise hand for that. Do it
Yes,
now.
sir. First of all, I raised. Yes, sir.
Yeah, raise your hand. Hand raising option is there?
Yes, sir. I raised my hand.
Yeah, now you can ask. I'm sorry, I'm making you do the things, but this will actually create an environment and culture in the class also. Yes,
Yes,
Anuji.
yes, sir.
Yes, Anuji, please tell me.
Sir, astronomy is in which part of research?
Astronomy, what type of वो हाथ देखते जो
Yes,
भविष्य
sir.
बताते हैं वो?
It's just like a curiosity for
Astrology or astronomy?
Astronomy.
Astronomy, of course, it's a part of research.
Is it exploratory or is it descriptive? Which type of it is?
Depends on what you want to, because it is sometimes I say it is a pure research also. Because you may be establishing some basic theories out of the astronomical things going on. For example, some Android has asteroid is coming.
Right. Yes.
Android has already come. We all are using it. But
yes,
it is approaching to. Recently, it happened that it was coming to the Earth, and something happened. It just passed away some kilometers away.
Yes, sir.
Though we cannot do anything about it, but at least this is a part of knowledge which is contributing towards ourselves. Okay. So if we know it, then we can plan about it. If it is not big enough, we can actually save ourselves by bombarding it or just breaking it into certain pieces, or maybe. I don't know about astronomy much more, but these can be the outcomes. So it is a part of the way you are doing it. If you are just analyzing that what impact it will be giving, will it be giving some good rays to the Earth? It can be one of the, you can say, are part of descriptive research. Ex post facto, that what effects it has given, right? And it can also be that you may be taking the readings. You may be taking, your sensors might be taking the readings. So that can be experimental research.
Okay.
So
actually, I had a doubt in post facto. Now it's clear. Thank you, sir.
Clear? Fine.
Yes.
Thank you. Great. Yeah. So proceeding further. Okay. Yeah. I hope the screen is still visible to all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
So let me just take you to the mixed exploratory research we have gone with. Mixed method. So mixed method is a research when we are mixing quantitative and qualitative type of thing. So that's what is called mixed method. And even sometimes you are able to mix, you can say, the exploratory and descriptive, because first you explore and then you describe. Okay, so that can be one of the process you can have. Okay, further is a correlational research, which you can say. So the study is to discover or establish the existence of a relationship or association or interdependence between two or more, right? Why we want to do it? Because there may be something which on the happening of one thing, the other thing is correlated. So we can, in future, we can make it out that if this thing is happening, this will be there. So if there are clouds in the sky, there may be rain. Okay, so all the things which we have generalized has an outcome of the observations which we have done or the relationship which we have established. So if it establishes a certain relationship, then it is a correlational type of work. And other one is the explanatory. Okay, so explanatory research is also another type of research, you can say, right? So which actually explains the relationship between the two phenomenon, or you can say it attempts to clarify that why and how a relationship of the two aspect of situational phenomenon is there. So when we are doing a correlational study, then we are actually only relating. Now, why that correlation is establishing, we study in explanatory type of research. So this type of research attempt to explain, for example, why a stressful living results in the heart attack, or how the home environment affect the children level of academics. Okay, so this is, we are trying to explain one thing with the help of other, then it will be called as a explanatory type of thing. Now, when we are going with quantitative or qualitative type of thing, then and this is when we are talking about the information to be sought. So this is another type, or on the basis of the information sought is the another type of research. So the systematic or empirical investigation of observable phenomenon, that is statistical, mathematical, computational techniques, then we say that it is a quantity. Means we are actually quantifying whatever we are observing. So sometimes even when we are doing a social science research, we try to quantify our variables. So when the quantification is done, when statistics and mathematics is done, when we are trying to use 1 is equal to 1, or maybe something beyond that, okay, then we are saying that it is a quantitative research. So after careful understanding of these numbers, we are actually able to predict certain things out of it. Then it will be called as a quantitative research. And on the other hand, what will be the qualitative research? It provides an insight. So when we are going with an in-depth study of certain things, when we are digging certain things, then we are going with the qualitative research. Okay, it provides insight to the problems, or helps or develop ideas or hypothesis for a quantitative. So qualitative research actually is you can say theoretical. When we are establishing certain theories, then it is also called qualitative research. So qualitative research is defined as a market research method that focuses on obtaining the data through open-ended or conversational. We are not actually trying to quantify it. We are just trying to have the information, and then utilizing that information in order to make some theories which can be quantitatively tested. So qualitative comes prior to quantitative. Okay, so there are different types of quantitative research methods. We can say in-depth interviews are there, focus interviews are there, there are ethnographic researches, content analysis, okay, so case study research. So these all type of qualitative research. So the results of the qualitative methods are more descriptive, and the inferences can be drawn quite easily from the data when the data is obtained. Okay, so when we are going with some interview type of technique, we are asking someone that what has actually happened, with what is the experience which he had, rather than asking him how much you are satisfied. Then we are doing a qualitative research. But this, I have already told you about the mixed method research. Mixed method research is something which is a mix of this. So first we go for qualitative, and then we go for quantitative, and then we conclude the things on the basis of both the things. So there will be mixture of the variables and the words and the images when we are doing it. So that will be called as a qualitative, and the data collection, analysis, inference, and all these are not based on numbers, but based on the observations which we have done. So that what is a qualitative research. Now this is a assignment for all of you. Okay, so what type of research you are doing? This is a big question. The research which is being done, or which you are doing, is one of the most important thing. That how will you be able to analyze that what you are doing, or how will you be able to make out that what is the type of research you have? Now you have a collaborator also. I hope you have started talking about your collaborator. Yeah, Jaskaran, you have some question? Jaskaran?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So my question is this, as Maya was asking about a historical research. As per my understanding, this is more of a exploratory research rather than being categorized into that descriptive research.
Exploratory, yeah, you can say. Of course, it is exploratory. Now, again, I have told you what Maya asked was that actually, again, it totally depends on what you want to take out of it.
Correct.
Your objectives actually determine what type of research you are doing. That's
Correct.
why I took this objective chapter prior than this.
Okay.
So if your objective things are clear, then you can make out that what type of research you are doing, and you will be able to make it relational to the objective that you have determined.
Okay. Okay.
Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So this is now one assignment which you have to do. I have not decided the date for it, I will tell you, but in advance, I am telling you that you have to go with this. That what type of research are you doing? And you have to, whatever we have studied just now, you have to just see it very keenly and just see that is your research related to any of these things? Why it is related to these things and why not it is related to that. So you have to see it from that point of view, because this will be helpful for you in writing in your thesis also. And in any of the research paper, whatever you write, you have to write what type of research, or otherwise, even if you do not write, you must know what type of research are you doing. If somebody asks you, you must be able to answer it properly, that this is the reason why I'm doing it and this is the type of research what I'm doing. So this is something, each and every assignment of mine, if you will see, it will make you think. Okay. And that thinking is very much required when you are doing this. Yeah, Rajesh Kumar ji, you are having some question. Yes, Rajesh ji. Rajesh Kumar ji, I think hand has been raised by mistake or so.
Sir.
Yeah.
Can experimentary research can be experimental, sir?
Sorry?
Explanatory research can be experimental?
Explanatory research can be experimental, yes, sir. Explanatory research, we are going, what is explanatory research? With the help of one variable, you are going to explain others. So experimental research, what happens? You are having certain set of variables, independent variables. You change the independent variables and you see the effect of independent variables on the dependent variables. So here what you are doing is you are trying to explain one variable with the other, right? So there itself, when it is explanatory research, through experiments you can do explanatory research also. Okay, you are trying to, just because this is a strict system of doing it. Very good question, Rajesh ji. Yeah, just Karan.
Sir, I have a doubt here.
Yeah.
The question is, can explanatory research can be experimental? Suppose we are researching upon a heart attack. So I understand that we are going to explain the cause of a heart attack, which is ex post facto, explanatory.
It is not it is not experiment. You have taken a wrong example, Jaskaran. Experimental research, you are able to control the variables. When you are able to control the variables, you have to set an environment for it. Now I cannot just bring someone to just okay, मैं देखता हूँ आपको heart attack कैसे आता है. अरे कोई आएगा ही नहीं यार.
No, sir, मेरा question sir ये है कि explanatory research deals with, we have to explain that why it has happened. Explanatory. Am I correct, sir?
Explanatory will be why it has happened and to what extent it has happened. It can be ex post facto also. It can be experimental also. But the question is, can explanatory research be experimental? Rajesh, have you asked this question?
Yeah.
So the answer is yes. It can be.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Jaskaran, I hope you understood.
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Because the thing which I have just now told you, I think that has made the point more clear to you. That it can be experimental.
Ex post facto also.
It can be ex post facto also.
Correct.
Ex post facto also can also explain certain things to some extent. Okay, but the degree of explanation in the experimental research will be higher than that of the ex post facto, because you are able to control the variables when you are going with experimental research. That will better explain, I will say. Rajesh, ध्यान दीजिएगा. Experimental research will better be able to explain the variables rather than the ex post facto. Just correct. Got your point? Because in case of experimental research, you are able to tweak or change the independent variable according to your need, and then you see the effect of it. That will be a better example. Yeah, Yashasvi, you have some question.
Yes, sir. So I have that question that, sir, as this all types of researches are like different from each other, dependent on each other.
That's what the thing is.
But
it depends on the objective. That's why I told you
yes,
what
sir.
the basis.
Yes, sir.
The basis
But
are different.
sir,
right? So
So
there are
sir,
other
can we
resources also which I have
compare like sir each other? Like, can we this research is more effective than this, or can we compare, or sir both like all research have are good, or like at its own place means?
See, Yashasvi, do not go into the various type of researches and its effectiveness, right? Because what the thing is, sometimes one research is the objective of the research is different from that. Okay, so there can be, you know, cross sectional research also. So cross sectional research is also there. There is action research which is there, right? So action research, the fact finding, or to you know, to improve the quality of the things for that. So policy oriented research is in order to improve the policy, right? Comparative research is also there. No, cause and effect relationship, causal research is also there. Theory testing research is there. Theory building research is there. So n number of researches are there. You cannot compare one with other, and you cannot just establish that one is better than other. It is not like that. But yeah, in certain cases, yes, it can happen that the way you are doing the research can be improved. There can be, just now I have told you that experimental research is a better than ex post facto. Now, what the thing is, the sometimes in history, just now Jaskaran has given the example. Some war has already happened. Can you just make the war again happen? You cannot. The objective is totally different. But there are in that case, मैं चाह के भी some variables I cannot, even after I want to take, even after I will not be able to take, wanting also I will not be able to take certain variable in my hands. So what research I have to do then? I'm having no option other than just going with the ex post facto. And the
yes, sir.
You can say the outcome will also be different. Because the objective is different. Getting or not getting?
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, I'm getting.
Yeah. Satisfied, Yashasvi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Means in conclusion, like, yes, sir. Means different types of research also we can use in our like a project. What we are going to research. Many research can together, sir, can
Research
also.
is definitely other type of research. The things which I have just now shown you,
yes,
one
sir.
research is definitely one other type of research. Definitely. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Any other question from anyone of you? We have exceeded time, and most of our money gone for their classes, because 12:15 they have their classes. Yeah, guys. So thank you all for attending. Right, and I hope the fundamental regarding your assignment is clear. Now, those who had the problems, they can discuss with me their problems just after the class. Okay, we will discuss it, and I will just assure you whatsoever you have, whatever you do not have. Okay, yeah, Smita, you have some question? Smita ji? Smita ji, you have some question? Yeah, I can't hear you. Still, your mic is showing unmuted. You can call me afterwards if you want. Right, Smita? I think, is anyone able to hear Smita?
No, sir.
No one? Fine.
No, sir.
Okay, guys. Yeah, something in chat box also. Let me just see that too before ending the class. Yeah, Smita, you can write in the chat box too. Share the assignment list at the end of the WhatsApp group. Okay. I think these were fine. Okay, guys, then we'll take your leave. We'll see you tomorrow again. We have one class tomorrow because class 2 we are having only one class only. So I was not satisfied with one class. I take one more. But anyways, the timetable has been made like that. Okay, fine then. Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Have
sir.
a nice time. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Same to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye-bye. And even if you want to have a chit chat, you can. Yeah, I hope one option is also there with you to create your own teams on your. Can you create your teams on your on this Teams platform? I think that is also there with all of you.
Yes, sir.
So with your the collaborator which you have done, the collaboration with whom you have done, please create the teams and keep meeting with each other. Okay, and please give me a regular feedback of how the class is going on. If you are able to understand it, and if you are not able to understand it, whatever, please give feedback from time to time in the chat box itself. You can just give it, right? So thank you guys, and I'm leaving the class now.
Sir.
Yeah.
So only one thing means when you are taking the class, we have doubts, but still we raise our hand so that whenever you give us a chance, then we can speak up. But then it becomes too late, and then
Yeah, what we will do is I will give you two breaks in the class itself in order to just answer your queries or clear your doubts. Okay, and then now Maya, it's your duty to stop me in between when the first 20 minutes are over and then when 40 minutes are over, right?
okay, I'll do
Now
that.
it's your duty daily. You have now and whenever you will be taking leave, you have to assign it to someone else.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now Maya may be thinking that ये क्या कर दिया मैंने?
No, sir, it's absolutely fine because I will be the first person to ask you the doubt. So I am okay with it.
That actually makes a class very much interactive also. Okay.
So otherwise it becomes very boring. And unless and until that doubt gets cleared, I cannot focus on what you are teaching ahead.
Fine. I think that's a problem with most of us, and even I also have, because that doubt actually is in my mind. So I do not have anything, means even when I'm presenting somewhere, there also I say that whenever you have a doubt, raise your hand and clarify it itself over there itself. Right. So some people just get it clarified at the end. Okay, when I will be ending the class, by the time that doubt is also vanished. Okay.
Exactly.
So please do it. I highly appreciate this, Maya. So whenever you are having, and even you can, I hope, can you see when the people raise hands, you can see it over there on your.
Yes, few of them I can see, but others plus maybe yes, I can see the sign that few of them are raising their hands.
Fine. That will be a very, very good thing. So Maya, you have to just take this lead, right?
Yes.
So even because I'm on my screen and I'm with my flow sometimes.
Yeah,
So
I
if
know.
the hand in the physical class hand is raised, then I focus it on and
It's
on
visible,
there itself. Right. So this has to be there.
No
right?
problem. Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you all of you. I was about to leave. Maya stopped me. Now I'm leaving.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Take care and have a nice day and be safe and keep
Thank
your
you,
family
sir.
also
Thank
safe.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you
Bye-bye,
tomorrow.
sir.
Thank you, sir.